Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with a new product review, and this time I want to share with you what you can find in that zone. This zone 2 is a supplement for Blood Bowl. It's 80 pages, soft cover, but the quality inside is quite nice. So what we have here, well, we have pictures of some of the newest of some of the star players, Forge World miniatures, and here we have one from Against Worship. So it's a little bit of mix of miniatures there. Okay, and then the first day starts with new star players. So we have here a new star player for the dwarf. It's Barik the Blast. He have the typical, it's quite cheap one. It's 60 points, so it's a very cheap star player. He have a HELMUT pass, loner pass, second weapon, a strong arm, sure hands, and thick skull. So it's mainly a thrower for the dwarf. It's not very expensive, only 60 gold point, and yeah, he have very standard stats. So he have movement 6. It's quite, I think it's quite fast for being dwarf. Strength 3, agility 3. It's also good for dwarf, and armor 8. Then we have here a Glart Smash Rip. He's for the Scavens and also for a new team that we will see at the back of the book. It's called the Underworld Denizens. He has Block, Claw, Grab, Juggernaut, Loner, and Stand Film. He's costing 190 points. He is really like a strong blocker. He's not super strong, it's strength 4. It's over the human average. It's quite slow and low agility. So it's mainly a guy to, it's a blocker to combine with your rat ogres in the middle of the field. And then we have here the Creed, the Rus Guger, the Vermintor. He's really a strong guy, have a strength 7, what is a lot. So it's stronger than Morganthorg, I think. It's costing 130 points, but then he's quite slow, movement 5, agility 2, and armor 9. He has Ball and Chain, Loner, Mighty Blow, no hands, so I guess he cannot pick the ball, and this is the reason he's just there to smash. Because we can see that I guess that it's new has the second weapon and have the prehensile tail. So yeah, it can go with skeleton racing more. So it's just a guy to hit with no hands. I guess he cannot pick the ball. So yeah. We can look at that. So let me jump and we'll see what is no hands. But I guess is that I will assume the rules is that he cannot pick the ball. So no hands. The player is unable to pick up, intercept, or carry the ball, and will fail to catch. So it's what I was saying. Okay. Then we have another here star players. Horkon Hair Ripper. Okay, he's for the Dark Elf. He's costing 110 points. Not too expensive. Have Dodge, Leap, Loner, multiple block, Shadowing, and Stab. So it's really he has movement 7, quite good. Strength 3, agility 4. So it's quite an average elf. With some special rules, so not super broken. Then we have the Swift Twins. These are 2 star players that you have to buy together. They can play for the Elven Union, High Elf or Wood Elves. And one is Block, Loner, Mighty Blow and Tackle, and have a Strength 3, Agility 4. It's mainly to block in the middle with Armor 8. And the other guy have agility 5 and armor 7 and 7 movement and the strength 3, and he's accurate, loner, nerves of steel, pass, safe throw, and sure hands. So one is a thrower and the other one is like a, I will say that is like a blitzer. With the block will work like a blitzer. So you have a blitzer and a thrower. We have Beau Galante. He's from the High Elves, 160 points, have movement 8, strength 3, agility 4, and armor 7. Quite, I think it's quite average for a little bit faster than the normal elves. Have dodge, what is quite normal on elf. Loner, sidestep, sprint, and sure fit. So I guess he's a guy that is there to run with the ball and try to score. So it's like a type of blitzer, between a blitzer and receiver guy, a catcher, between a blitzer and a catcher. Not really blitzer because have not. It's more like a catcher, I will say, without. So you can work a little bit there, or can take the ball from your field and try to run to score the point. So here we have. WILLOW ROSEBARK, he's like a tweaking, and he's for the. So let's see if they say what is the position is call of blocker. So we have really the definition of the position there. The position is anything. He looks good. So you see. So we have a little bit the position that they should take. So this guy is mainly blocker, and we will see that have. Downless, loner, sidestep, and thick skull. So it's really have a strength 4. What is good if you play with halflings, with elf or Amazon, is good to have a guy with a strength 4 there. 150 points. It's quite expensive. So yeah, but you have his armor 8. I think it's a little bit expensive, but you have there a blocker. Then we have Carla Bonekill. He's working on the Amazon, halflings, human, and Norse. He's costing 220 points, so it's the most expensive we have found up to now. She has movement 6, strength 4, agility 3, and armor 8. Has block, downless, dodge, jump, and loner. It's like a little bit Griff Overwall, and maybe with less skills. So, but she is put as a blitzer, but yeah, I guess she will work well as a blitzer. He has good strength. He has good abilities with block and dodge, very difficult to bring her, to knock her down. There is only one possibility there, and will be quite good in blocking as well. So I think she is a very good star player. So I would like to see if they put the Minotaur there. HELMUT WULF. He's 47 years old. It's quite an old guy. HELMUT WULF have a chainsaw, loner, sacred weapon, and stand firm. His teams he can play is Amazon, Chaos, Renegade, Human, Lizardman, Norse, and Vampire. So in a lot of teams, 110 points, and he's quite an average human, 6'3", 3'8". So it's a average human with a second weapon. It's mainly that. So. Not super impressive. We have Reaper BOLGROT. He's a goblin orc player. Well, it's an orc, but we can play with goblins as well. It's a 12 player. I was good. It's a 12 player can play with goblin and orcs. It's a BOLGROT. He has grab, loner, mighty blow, regeneration, throw teammate. He has a strength 6, so this is one more than the normal ogres. Have agility 1, that is very bad. So it's very slow, it's just there to block and throw goblins. That's all. So it's like just there to kick. He has hands, but it's like not having hands with agility 1. SCRAPPA SOREHEAD, he is a goblin that is costing 150 points, so it's quite expensive for a goblin. So we have a goblin that have movement 7, strength 2, agility 3, and armor 7. So it's 1 point faster than the standard goblin. He can play with goblin, ogres, and orcs, but he's a dirty player, dodge, leap, loner, right staff, sprint, stunny, sure fit, and very long legs. So he has a lot of abilities, and the position is just. Yeah, he's a guy to pick the ball and try to run to score the point. Remember, have a strength 2, so we'll need some support. But the goblins with having dodge there, normally they are more difficult and wolves like to bring them down. Normally you can push them back, and because they have the I think was the right stuff, or one of the abilities of the goblins that allow them to dodge without having the negative by the tackling zone, so they can be better than what they look like in principle. And here we have Madcap Migith, and this is a quick player. Yeah, they put this ability, but this ability cannot pick the ball, so it's mainly a blocker. It's costing 170 points, quite expensive. He has break, tackle, close, leap, loner, no hands, very long legs, and white animal. So it's going to be quite crazy to put. This guy is just to put there in the middle and try to create as much mess as possible, try to damage the opponent. Have movement 6, strength 4, agility 3, and armor 8. And that's all the star players. So then we have new rules. We have new rules for seasons. Okay, new optional rules. So rostering start playing. So here we have some new rules that we can apply. We have, this was quite interesting when I saw that the sponsorships. We have rules for sponsorships now here, and rules for stadiums. So we have here different rules for stadiums, what I also find it quite interesting. So I really like. I find more than what I was expecting, to be fair there. We have also how this is really for leagues, so how to become resident, playing at home stadium, yeah, all these type of things. So making this even more realistic, no? In a way, where you have your home stadium and then you can be visitor or play home. We have then famous referees that can add some additional. I did not read really how this goes with the famous referees, but they can give additional rules on the game. We have no new, again, we keep with the new rules. Okay, and we have, yeah, we have, this is quite also interesting, we have some star cheerleaders. We have the Kerry Golster cheerleader for the Norse. We have here the Master Mage, so you can have people that you can hire to support your team. That is also another nice thing to see here. So we have different guys that you can, yeah, like the Crot, Shock, Wiser, Skaven Engineer. So they give a different buff to your team. Yeah, it's like costing the same as a normal player. So you have, I guess, if you just keep evolving, or depending how much if you play to quite higher gold points. We have the new teams as well. Okay, the new teams we have is yeah, we have the Goblin teams. Okay, and then the Goblin teams, they have Goblins, they have the Bowman, the Lune, the Fanatic, the Doom Diver, sorry, the Pogor. So these are all the Pogor and the Hooligan, and then they have Trolls. So they have. It's becoming quite interesting, because they have a guy with the Fanatic have strength 7, but of course have no hands, in case the hands are busy moving the thing, and they have secret weapons, so it's not very secret, to be fair. Then we have, these are the Goblin teams, okay. Then we have the Chaos Renegade teams, and this is quite a mixture of different races. So we have Renegade Human Lineman, Renegade Goblin, Renegade Orc Lineman, Renegade Skaven Lineman, Renegade Dark Elf Lineman, Troll, Ogre, Minotaur. So it's, you don't have really good people moving the ball here. It's just putting, you have cheap guys, but if you take the Elf with agility 4 is the only guy that can really move the ball. But then you have guys that can hit very hard, because you can put one Troll, one Ogre, one Minotaur. If you put this in the middle of the field, nobody will pass. So although they're quite slow. And you can put guys of strength 5, and then you have the Goblins with strength 2. So it's quite a curious team. I was thinking if I want to do one team like that. Then we have the Underworld Denizens team. So this is a mix of Goblins and Skavens, where we have Goblins. Then we have Skaven Linemen, Throwers, Blitzers, and Trolls. And that's all for the new teams, and then we have the skills update. And then I think they add, I don't know if they have add new skills or not, to be fair. I did not read all the skills in the previous book. I just read the skills when I need them to know what they do. Okay, so here we have all the new skills. I'm wondering what the second weapon will do. I will not, yeah, how the weapons are working, because second weapon is like a skill. So some players are armed with the special, although the bullet. Once a drive ends that this player has played in any point, the referee orders the player to be sent off. Okay. So it's sent out of the field. So after once yeah, you are kicked out of the team. So it's a player that will never finish the game. So here we have, and then we have the Hall of Fame. This is a little bit of fluff. We also had fluff when they were explaining the teams. They explained about some famous teams. And here we have some like examples of team. But this is a 2 million goal points. There are teams of 2 million goal points. I guess if you want to play really interesting games. So this is like legend teams, and then if you want to play these really legendary teams, there are 2 million goal points. And here we have the official reference guide where we have all the teams that are available. So we have the all ones, dark elves, dwarf, elfin union teams, the human, the Nurgle, the high elf teams, orc, skaven, wood elf, goblin teams we have here, and then we have the underworld denizens and the chaos renegades. And we have the summary of the star players, and we have also the star players from the previous. So you have, I think, all the star players here also from the previous what's called this death zone. So because we have Glyph Overwall, so if we want to compare, for example, Glyph Overwall have block, dodge, fend, loner, sprint, and sure feet. It's costing 320 points, but have a strength 4 and agility 4. So if the lady had, no, I think she had agility 3, so a little bit less of agility, but it was like a cheap way to have. Was it like a cheaper with Overwall? The most expensive one is still being the Morganthor, and the twins. They cost 390 points. I think I mistake because I read wrongly what they put here. Just wondering because at the back they say 390 points. Yeah, 390 points. I read wrongly the first time. So 390 points for 2 guys. So it's like 145 for each. 185 for each. Sorry, 95 for each of them. So they are good. Quite a little bit expensive, but I think we have we have here and this is what you find in Death Zone Season 2. I hope you find this book interesting. I'm really enjoying Blood Bowl so far, and I will keep trying to do more Blood Bowl stuff in future. That's all for now. As usual, thanks a lot for watching, and see you again later. Bye.